Hey, I'm Matt, and today I'll be discussing Pamela Regis's piece, The Definition, where she discusses what a romance novel is and gives proof that both Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre and the Fulbright Company's Gone Home fit within this genre. Since her argument is about the genre of romance, all of her points can be used and compared with both texts. I will also discuss the gothic part of genre, which separates these texts from just being in the romance category. Before we start, I would like to explain how both pieces fit within the gothic genre, as well as the romance genre. Throughout Jane Eyre, the ghosts are a major gothic element, as they appear before her and frighten her, just like in most gothic texts. The setting that she is placed in is also eerie and dark, which is usually how gothic places are described. She even has telepathic powers that allow her to receive messages from those that need her help. For example, when Edward Rochester speaks to her through his mind that she must come back to help him. When it comes to Gone Home, it's a bit more difficult to identify what makes it a gothic romance, but there are still some elements of the gothic kind. Alike to Jane, Samantha acts as if the ghost of Oscar Mason, the previous owner of the house, is speaking to her. She believes this when she finds the hidden rooms and hears whispering, so sets up pentagrams and attempts to summon and communicate with him. Another element from gothic genre is the actual setting of the mansion, that being how it is deserted and the only house miles away from civilization. The forest behind it also makes it appear haunted and shows no sign of escape, as if Katie is now trapped within her own home. Throughout Regis's reading, she defines romance as a story of individual human beings pursuing their precarious existence within the circumscription of social, moral, and various other this-worldly problems. If we compare what she says here with Gone Home, it is clear to see that Samantha Greenbrier, the sister of our protagonist Katie, is the individual that must overcome the social norms of heterosexuality that have been placed before her. Her morals are that she's following her heart and falling in love with her love interest, Lonnie DeSoto, but her family seem to reject and have a problem with that, making her think that she's doing something wrong. Lastly, her otherworldly problems are that nobody is accepting her for who she is, or what she desires, because she does not follow what is considered normal within this world. Her main social issue is that she is forced to live with her auntie, who acts so awful and cold-shouldered towards her. She shows her morals when she inherits £20,000 from her deceased uncle and decides to share it with St. John, Mary, and Diana. This shows her kindness and willingness to help others. The otherworldly problems that stay consistent throughout the novel are the ghosts and how they scare her and seem to block her life in a way. According to Regis's definition here about romances, both texts do fit within the category. Regis also defines romance as a means to show the reader what steps must be taken in order to reach a desired goal, represented often, though not always, in the guise of a spouse. This is easy to relate to Jane Eyre, and therefore proves that it is a romance novel. But can it be related to Gone Home? Within Jane Eyre, Rochester is the desired spouse, and shows the reader that to attain true love, one must overcome their own challenges. For her, it's gaining some money and working hard for her dreams, and hoping that her love interest actually has an insane wife in the attic that dies in a fire. In Gone Home, however, the spouse is subverted in a way, as it is about lesbian love, and has Lonnie as the love interest. The desired goal, that being finding requited love, is the same in both, but in Gone Home, Sam must overcome the social norms that block her path and prevent her from finding happiness in the one she loves. The steps she takes are to run away from not just all of her problems, but her family and the people that care for her too. She doesn't confront her problems head on. This leads on to a failure in finding a solution to the problem, and she doesn't actually get a happy ending. Through Regis, it could be implied that Gone Home is not actually a complete romance, as the desired goal is not actually obtained. Although Lonnie and Sam are together, they have not yet been accepted by their families and friends, and therefore it does not end in a very romantic fashion. So that's the end of this presentation. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy your holidays.